Sister Wives Meri Brown continues to humiliate herself. As season 19 continues, Sister Wives fans feel split on Meri Brown. Many love how independent she's become over the past few years. But on the other hand, several don't care for the way she handles relationships with other cast members. Sister Wives fans want Meri Brown to move on with her life. During Sunday night's new episode, fans watched in disbelief as Meri ratted out Janelle. Janelle reached out to Meri to warn her against Cody and Robin's sneaky antics while they divided the property. Meri not only ignored her former sister wife, she told Cody and Robin what they discussed. Viewers want Meri to succeed and find happiness on her own, but they don't agree with her motives. In fact, many viewers are starting to think she looks desperate. Meri with this hope BS again same storyline for years. An annoyed Sister Wives viewer posted on Reddit. How long is Meri going to keep humiliating herself and look like some desperate ex-wife? I felt so bad for her forever, but it's exhausting now and she does it to herself. The OP went on to point out specific incidents from episodes that display Meri's desperation. Viewers felt excited to see Meri start to move on from Cody. However, she started rethinking their breakup after seeing him break down in tears during their goodbye. Thankfully, her friend Jen brought her back to reality. Fans hope Meri will realize how terribly Cody treated her once she sees the new episodes for herself. She is going to hear all that crap he talked in the confessionals about her and be so embarrassed she backtracked, and mad she caved in on everything she was saying, how she doesn't need him and is focusing on herself. She makes herself look so desperate. How many times do you need to be told you aren't loved? If he wanted you, he would definitely let you know, since Robin is sobbing over her lost family, the OP concluded their post. Sister Wives viewers feel embarrassed watching the new episodes. Other Redditors agreed this storyline was old and tired. Everyone has seen Meri go back and forth with her feelings for years, no matter what Cody says or does to her. Comments included, "Take the kick me sign off your back already, Meri. It's not a good look." Meri saying she is confused. "He has duped you for 8 years and you still haven't caught on. It is hard to feel sorry for you." If the production team were kind, they would play Cody's confessionals to her in private, give her some time to digest, and then ask her questions. Janelle tried to do the right thing and look out for her, and what did she do? Ran to Cody and Robin and told them, then rolled her eyes like Janelle is off the mark. I was on her side too, and this just made me think she's exactly how she's always been and desperate for Cody to just like her. Sad. Meri Brown sat on the edge of her bed, her hands clutching a steaming mug of peppermint tea. The room was quiet, save for the faint hum of the heating system kicking on. Outside, the snow blanketed the landscape of Parowan, Utah, where her quaint bed and breakfast stood as both her retreat and her passion project. The silence was comforting, but it also left her alone with her thoughts, a dangerous prospect these days. Meri had built a reputation over the years, first as Cody Brown's first wife, then as the stoic matriarch in the tumultuous Sister Wives family, and now as what exactly? A woman trying to redefine herself in the shadow of a collapsed polygamous marriage? Or, as the internet cruelly suggested, someone grasping for relevance in a world that had long since moved on? She scrolled through her phone, the notifications piling up from social media. Her latest live video, where she encouraged followers to embrace their worthiness, was met with mixed reactions. Loyal fans offered heart emojis and words of encouragement, but the trolls were relentless. "Meri, stop embarrassing yourself. Cody moved on. Why can't you? You're clinging to a man who clearly doesn't care about you. It's sad." The words stung, even though Meri had developed a thicker skin over the years. Public humiliation had become a bizarre fixture in her life. From the catfishing scandal years ago to the public unraveling of her marriage to Cody, she often felt like the butt of a cosmic joke. Yet, Meri refused to crumble. She had always been a fighter, though her methods were often misunderstood. The lonely call. Later that evening, Meri decided to call Cody. It wasn't because she missed him, well, maybe a small part of her did, but because she needed closure. She knew she deserved to be treated with respect, but the part of her that had loved him for decades still craved acknowledgement. The phone rang several times before Cody answered. "Meri," he said, his tone a mixture of surprise and exasperation. "What's going on?" "I just wanted to talk," she said, trying to keep her voice steady. "Meri, if this is about us, I've made my position clear." "It's not about us," she interrupted, though the slight quiver in her voice betrayed her. "I just wanted to say that I'm doing fine." The inn is thriving, and I've been working on myself. I'm happy. Cody paused, and Meri imagined him running a hand through his signature curls, the way he always did when he was trying to mask irritation. That's great, he finally said. I'm glad you're doing well. The conversation ended shortly after, leaving Meri staring at the phone screen. She had hoped for more, a hint of remorse, a sliver of the man she had once adored. Instead, she was met with the same indifference that had defined the latter years of their marriage. A desperate attempt, Meri decided to channel her feelings into her social media presence. If Cody couldn't see her worth, she would make sure the world did. She announced a new series of self-empowerment workshops to be held at her bed and breakfast, focusing on finding your inner strength. The first workshop was scheduled for a snowy Saturday. Meri had decorated the inn's main room with warm lighting, inspirational quotes on chalkboards, and an array of herbal teas. She wore her favorite turquoise necklace and a sweater that brought out the blue in her eyes. As the women began to arrive, Meri greeted each one warmly. They were a mix of fans, curious locals, and even a few skeptics who had come to see the spectacle. The workshop began smoothly, with Meri sharing her journey. She spoke about the challenges of polygamy, the heartbreak of betrayal, and the process of rediscovering her identity. I've learned that worthiness doesn't come from someone else's validation, she said, her voice steady but emotional. It comes from within. The audience applauded, some women even wiping away tears. For a brief moment, Meri felt a sense of purpose. The viral video, but the piece was short-lived. Unbeknownst to Meri, one attendee had been live streaming parts of the workshop. Clips began circulating online with captions that mocked her sincerity. Meri's TD Talk: How to Stay in a Loveless Marriage for 30 Years. Does she really think she's empowering anyone, or is this just another ploy for attention? The comments poured in, and Meri's name trended on Twitter for all the wrong reasons. Cristin's call. Amid the chaos, Meri received a call from Cristin. Their relationship had always been complicated. Cristin's fiery independence often clashed with Meri's guarded vulnerability, but there was a newfound camaraderie since both had left Cody. I saw the videos, Cristin said, her voice sympathetic. Great, Meri muttered. Let me guess, you're calling to tell me to stop humiliating myself. No, Cristin said firmly. I'm calling to tell you to keep going. Meri blinked in surprise. You've been through hell, Meri, Cristin continued. But you're still standing. People will always have something to say, especially when a woman refuses to play the victim. Let them talk. You're doing something good. Meri felt a lump in her throat. She hadn't realized how badly she needed to hear that. The turning point. The next day, Meri posted a heartfelt video addressing the backlash. Yes, I've made mistakes, she said, looking directly into the camera. Yes, I've stayed in situations longer than I should have. But I'm learning. I'm growing. And if my journey can help even one person find their strength, then it's worth it. The video garnered millions of views and an outpouring of support. Fans shared their own stories of resilience, and even some critics admitted they respected her honesty. Embracing the new chapter, Meri realized that humiliation wasn't her enemy, it was a teacher. Each misstep, each harsh comment, and each moment of vulnerability had shaped her into the woman she was becoming. As she stood in the doorway of her inn, watching the snow fall, Meri smiled. She wasn't defined by her past or by Cody's indifference. She was Meri Brown, flawed, resilient, and finally, unapologetically herself.